Michael, how are you?
I found something really interesting.
The whole housing market is propped up on these bad loans. They will fail.
The housing market is rock solid.
It's a time bomb.
So Mike Burry, who gets his hair cut at Supercuts and doesn't wear shoes, knows more than Alan Greenspan.
Dr. Mike Burry, yes, he does.
You know what? I'm pissed off. American people are getting screwed by the big banks. And I am getting madder and madder.
It's unbelievable.
Then this guy walks into my office and says,
there's some shady stuff going down. All the banks were having a big old party. A few outsiders saw what no one else could. The whole world economy might collapse.
I'm sure the world's banks have more incentives than greed.
you're wrong.
No one's paying attention.
The banks got greedy, and we can profit off of their stupidity.
You want to bet against the banks?
I think we're either high or having a stroke. Kind of brilliant.
Fraud has never ever worked. Eventually, things go south. When the hell did we forget all that?
How can the banks let this happen?
It's fueled by stupidity.
But that's not stupidity, that's fraud.
Tell me the difference between stupid and illegal, and I'll have my wife's brother arrested.
You have any idea what you just did? You just bet against the American economy.
If you're wrong, you can lose it all. The banks defrauded the American people. Now we can kick them in the teeth.
Okay, here we go.
You target strippers.
With bad loans.
And they're all cash rich.
You're not going to be able to refinance.
On all my loans,
What do you mean all your loans?
I have 5 houses and a condo. The Big Short is the 2015 American crime comedy drama film directed by Adam McKay. The film is based on the 2010 book The Big Short. Inside Domesday Matches by Michael Lewis, how the 2007 until 2008 financial crisis by the United States housing bubble. Big Short is a critical and commercial success. The film grossed $133 million on a $50 million budget and received acclaim for the performance. The film won the Academy Award for the Best Adapted Screenplay.
The Big Short is a dark comedy drama that tells the true story of the 2008 financial crisis through the eyes of a few conventional outsiders in finance. Michael Burry, a hedge fund manager, discovered that the U.S. housing market is propped up by unstable subprime loans and predicts its inevitable collapse. His decision to bet against the housing market or short it through skepticism from other finance. However, investor Jerry Bennett, banker Mark Baum, and 2 young entrepreneurs soon cash on, joining him in betting against the market. As they investigate, they uncover shocking corruption and greed within major bank and rating agency, which allow the crisis to grow unhindered. When the bubble bursts, their bets pay off, but they are left grappling with the moral cost as millions lose their homes, jobs, and savings. The film highlights the systematic flaws in the financial world and serves as a cautionary tale about unhacked capitalism.
Analysis the issue of film The Big Short. First, narrative structure. The movie bridged the fourth walls and used a non-linear storyline to convey the difficult financial topics through celebrity cameras and direct addresses. This strategy may challenge the financial industry's opaqueness while still capturing the attention of viewers. Characterization. The film's heroes are portrayed as outsiders who question the status quo. Analyzing their motivations and moral issues raises concerns about financial ethics and whether profit may justify immoral action. Financial system criticism. The movie is a biting critique of the financial sector, regulatory lapse, and the culture of greed. It sparks conversation about structural problems and the financial industry lacks of responsibility, context, and authenticity. Discussion about creative license against historical authenticity have been triggered by the movie, the depiction of actual people and events. Examining how the crisis is presented might spark conversation about the wider ramification for comprehending financial system. Impact and reception. The movie was well received by critics and did well at the box office, which begs the question of whether it has influenced how the general public view the financial crisis and if it adequately captures the gravity of the problems it tackles.
The first solution for the issue is anti-Sharia compliance framework. The complexity of mortgage-backed securities and the mispresentation of their risk contribute to the financial crisis in the film. The solution is clear product structuring and risk disclosure requirements mandate financial institutions to clearly outline the structure and risk of their product in accordance with IOFI standards. This includes requiring that all financial products are comprehensible and adhere to Sharia principles. Similar to how IOFI mandates clarity in Islamic contract, financial products should be presented with straightforward terms and conditions. For instance, when launching a new mortgage product, institutions should provide clear documentation that detail how the product complies with Sharia and the inherent risks involved, ensuring transparency. Second solution is effective whistleblower protection policies. Individuals who raise concern like Michael Burry face significant resistance and challenge. Establishment of secure whistleblower channel by create robust system for anonymous reporting of unethical practice within financial institution, ensuring that channels are secure and trusted. Develop a comprehensive whistleblower program that mirror AOFI's governance principle, offering legal protection and support to individuals who report unethical behavior. Financial institutions should promote this program internally to encourage reporting without fear of repercussion. The third solution is legislative and regulatory enhancements. Regulatory bodies fail to adequately oversee financial practice, allowing risky behavior to proliferate in the big short film. By strengthening the role of regulatory authorities can amend existing law to enhance the power of regulatory bodies like Bank Negara Malaysia and the Security Commission, giving them the authority to enforce Sharia compliance and ethical standards more rigorously. Similar to regulatory reform following the global financial crisis, Malaysia could introduce stricter oversight mechanisms that require financial institutions to regularly report on their compliance with Sharia and ethical standards that set by IOFI. Next is recommendation. The first recommendation is establishment of independent Sharia compliance committees. Financial institutions should have Sharia compliance committee that oversee compliance with Sharia principles and ethical standards. The film illustrates how a lack of oversight contributes to unethical practice. By having a Sharia compliance committee that review all financial products, institutions can ensure that offering comply with both Sharia law and ethical guidelines, thus preventing misleading practice similar to those depicted in the film. Second recommendation is implementation of comprehensive disclosure standards. Enforce rigorous disclosure requirements that mandate clear, detailed communication of risks associated with financial products. The obfuscation of risk in the big short result in significant financial harm to investors. By following IOFI standard, Malaysian financial institutions should provide clear disclosure about the nature of risk, return, and the mechanism ecosystem of financial product. This transparency helps investors make informed decisions and reduce the likelihood of exploitation. The last recommendation is strengthening risk management practice. By developing robust risk management framework that align with both conventional and Sharia governance principles, the film showcases how inadequate risk assessment lead to catastrophic failures. In Malaysia, institutions should adopt risk management practice that not only comply with IOFI standard but also incorporate Sharia risk assessment, ensuring that all risks are managed ethically and transparently. Next is the implication for the issue in the film. First implication is cultivation of an ethical financial culture. Regular training on Sharia principle and ethical behavior can foster a culture of integrity within financial institutions. The film illustrates a culture where unethical behavior was rampant, leading to disastrous consequences. Continuous ethics training will help employees understand the importance of their action and decision, encouraging them to uphold ethical standards and Sharia principles, thus preventing a repeat of such behavior. The second implication is increased investor confidence. A commitment to ethical practice, the erosion of trust invested in the big short can be countered by implementing robust whistleblower protection and encouraging transparency. When investors see that financial institutions are committed to ethical practice and accountability, they are more likely to invest with confidence, leading to a healthier financial market, and compliance will bolster investor trust in financial institutions. The last implication for the issue in the Big Short film is alignment with global ethical standards. Emphasizing Sharia compliance and ethical governance can position Malaysia as a leader in ethical finance on the global stage. The global nature of the financial crisis demonstrates the interconnectedness of markets. By adopting Sharia governance framework and adhering to IOFI standards, Malaysia can attract international investment focused on sustainability and ethical practice, enhancing its reputation as a global player in finance.
So last, I will tell about the conclusion of the Big Short. The Big Short conclusion examines the fallout from the 2008 financial crisis, emphasizing the structural defects and negligence that made it possible. According to Michael Lewis, the major banks and other organizations involved mostly avoid the fallout from the crisis, even getting taxpayer funded bailouts. The major character in the book and many others who predict the crisis and wager against the system made good money. But the crisis itself caused millions of regular people to lose their home, job, and saving. Lewis contends that complicated financial products such as mortgage-backed securities and collateralized debt obligations are still unregulated due to greed, a lack of transparency, and other factors. The actions that lead to the crisis are depicted as being ingrained in Wall Street culture, embracing the prospect of more financial disaster. The book closes on a depressing note, raising the question of whether the financial sector has actually learned its lesson or if similar dangers still exist.